Research, research, and more research, my friends. That is the name of today's game in Sugar Gnome Laboratory and Guide here for you. We got three key things, first and foremost, and we're going to tell you exactly how long it takes to max out this research for your cookies. With that, thank you for tuning in. As always, if you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, if you got a question, if you got a comment, let me know because I'd love to hear from you as always. And feel free to join us in our amazing Discord server and community, my friends. Now, a couple things here in today's episode. I will tell you how long it took me to max out all my cookies research here. Pretty much everything, as you can see. A couple new things here that we'll talk about this in a second. Pretty much everything in here, which is crazy as a free-to-play player. So that is one of the things that we will do for you here today. Additionally, my friends, we're going to talk about why this stuff matters, and we're going to give you some tips and tricks to quickly help you succeed in your research upgrades and those things, so that you can quickly fill this out. So thank you for tuning in. Everything in there is down below in the description, along with other great ways to support the channel. All right, my friends, let's talk about this. So first and foremost, if you thought the first thing I was going to do is tell you exactly how long it is to do this, you better keep watching, because what we're actually going to do is we're going to start with why it matters, my friends. So the reason why this matters is this. Let's give you a prime example here in the Kingdom Arena. If we stack my Stormbringer against my opponent's Stormbringer here, look at the number 579 in the power versus 365. That is one key example and reason why, my friends, because all those upgrades, all that research, and all those other bonuses that you have, not just in the research, but in your buildings, in your guild, all those things add up to make that difference. Yes, can my toppings make a difference? Yes, can my biscuits make a difference? However, majority of them are going to come from all that research that you're putting that time and effort into in order to get there, my friends. So I wanted to show you that because that is the why it matters. Now, how do we make it happen? Let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about that. So in terms of our kingdom, first and foremost, you got to have the Sugar Gnome Research Laboratory. If you're a newer player, the more things that you unlock here, the leveling, all these pieces here are going to give you new technologies. On top of that, most of this will require sugar gnomes. Only one technology can be researched at a time, and technology conserving production or construction time will be reduced. We'll reduce the values up to the decimal point. The number displayed will be round up or down, all that stuff. So a couple things on this, my friends, that are very, very important here. Your technologies allow you to improve your cookie stats, upgrade materials, or your adventures easier. We're focusing on the cookies piece because that is what I did. I went first very, very hard. I have a couple key things here that we'll talk about on the kingdom side, but on the cookie side, that's what I did. So a couple pieces here on this one in particular. The first thing that you want to do is you do want to make sure that you're getting in the things that are going to allow you to research faster. Yes, yes, yes. That is absolutely positively key because that helps a ton, my friends. So in order to do that, you don't see it here, which is why I'm showing you this, because the trick is you actually need to go to the kingdom side. You need to get these research efficiencies. Your research speed goes up. It's going to boost things. You can see how much. It goes up to 15%. So the first thing that I did was try and focus on this outside of these stats. So once you get that balanced or moving up, then you can focus on these items here, my friends. Now you can do it however you want to do it. My thing though was absolutely I did this first because it reduced the total time of everything else. So getting that research efficiency in there makes a huge difference for you in your upgrades. So that's the first and foremost thing. The next thing that I did too is it's very important to get in your lovely alternative extra topping presets here in multiple upgrades. Other things that come out over time, like multiple upgrades, was not always in there. However, extra toppings, an earlier one, did help. So then that's when we do our topping guides and recommendations. You can have one set, two sets, flip between them. Really, really helps even as a newer player or a veteran. So those things are very, very important. Here we got a new one with the extra biscuit preset. So technically, I haven't quite fully filled this out. However, those are things that you can think about. So those are really important, my friends. There's an extra biscuit set too. We got the alliance stuff later as well. All those pieces makes a huge difference in your gameplay and your team, which is why I wanted to put this in particular together. Now, when we go to the kingdom side, a couple things that I focus on is the bigger stacks, the research efficiency, like I said, craftsmanship, storage space, all big things, and over time here, materials production, a bunch of other things as well. So that is how I have it set up, giving you some ideas on how to think about it. Now, when it comes to pieces like this is the other thing that's going to matter in terms of this. So we talked about the why, the how, and the now. In order to get it upgraded quickly, you got to focus on these materials. So making sure that you have the plethora of materials that's needed. A lot of times they're going to require different things. It gets more expensive over time. You can see where the glazed hammer is at the smithy if you need to focus on those specific things. As you can see, different pieces here again at the smithy. Okay. And let's go here, another one at the smithy. So lots of stuff from the smithy there. Then we can look at some of these other pieces. So all those products are going to be created by the smithy. So you need to make sure that you're doing that. So that's the first one. The second one are these things right here, the bricks, the aura brick, the aurora compass, or the auroras. And they continue to get harder and more. Let's see if we can find it. There we go. Last one, aurora compass. So all three of those, you need to keep those high. That can be a challenge earlier on. You got to kind of pay attention to the balancing of those things. So the best place to go ahead and get those, so here's a key tip and trick, is this. Each day you got to go in here and make sure that you're doing your tree of wishes, my friends. Doing these is going to give you a big opportunity to get more of those. That is exactly what you want to do. Now, the other thing that you can do is if you're looking for a different balance, we can always go into our trade harbor. In the trade harbor here, you can go into Seaside Market and you can flip some of these out where you need to. So that's another key piece there. And the other thing that you're going to want to do too, to keep getting those bricks and auras and all that stuff there, is this right here, my friends, at the lovely train station. They will bring some of these things as rewards here. In terms of those pieces, you got coins, crystals, rarities, treasure tickets, all those pieces. Those rarities are the big ones. And then on top of that, you can't forget some of your buildings as well. I don't know where it is right now because my kingdom is a mess all the time. All right, so that is a lot of the key pieces there. Now, the other thing that you can do, and I did not do this, my friends, and we're almost there, we'll talk about this in a second, is the materials faster production here in the upgrade in the upper right. You can click on the arrow. Couple things you can do. You can absolutely watch an ad. That's going to give you 30 minutes of reduction. That's a great way as a free-to-play player. And you can use your speed ups. As you can see, I got tons and tons of speed ups. I really don't use mine. However, that is a way that you can speed the production up. I think it's a lot more rewarding when they're much lower, not several days. Some of these things get up to like 5-10 days. Again, but I got the efficiency stuff going. So if you don't have that, that's gonna be way longer. So those are the last pieces that I wanted to talk through here on the research lab for you. So we talked about the why, the how, the and to make it viable like this with tips and tricks. All key things here to help you be successful and get your Gnome laboratory going. We talked about some of these different ways to focus between the cookies and the kingdom. And now, my friends, it is time to share exactly how long it took me to get this done. Yes, as a free-to-play player, without some of these things that I said I was doing and not doing, which was, again, a lot of these skip-throughs, all that stuff, it took me about 2.5 years. So I've stayed at this every day, making sure that I can do it every day as best that I can. Some of those early challenges, like I talked about, that come in are not having the right materials. So paying attention to those materials and trying to get ahead is one of the reasons why I wanted to share some of those key pieces there for you as well. So this is, in a nutshell, everything that you need to know in our research guide that is very important for you. We talked a little bit about some of the things that you could start with, how long it takes to get to where I am today, and on top of that, the why it matters. And lastly, a couple key tips and tricks how to keep reloading those materials so you can keep researching and upgrading, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I certainly enjoyed my time with you here today talking about the Sugar Gnome Laboratory and researching and how long it took me, because I've made some big investments in my time in this game, and so I wanted to share that with you here today as a free-to-play player. With that, if you still got a question, if you got a comment, let me know, because I love to hear from you as always. And on top of that, Thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community here, as always. And thank you so much to all of our members. Memberships are available to you along with affiliate links. They're great ways to support the channel. We got a lot of other great things in the description too. And don't forget our socials. At me, chat me, my friends. Stay connected. I love seeing what you're doing. I love seeing how you're doing it. You might get featured here on the channel, and let us know how far along your upgrades are and what you think. With that, we'll see you again soon, my friends. Keep on running because we got a lot of researching to be doing.